Hello, everybody. I'm Adam from A&M Game Schools. Michelle is over there. I made tea. It's kind of hot, and I forgot to. I can't grab my bag out because it's down there. Anyway, she's tending her tea because it's very hot right now. She'll be with us shortly. What kind of tea? We are. You know what? We've realized that we were tea snob. We were spoiled by the variety of tea that we could get when we were in Montreal. And now that we're going from a 4 million population city to a 1,400 population city, really changes the amount of tea that's available.
Yeah, there's Louisiana and there's Lipton.
Yep, Louisiana and Lipton.
And Bigelow.
It's kind of like
Not a fancy Bigelow.
it reminds me of like Hot Fuzz, but with like the tea version. Like we'll go to like any store and we're like, do you have tea? And they'll be like, yeah, we got sweet and unsweet. It's like that. That's it. So we are having what kind of tea? She ordered it in because it's all
It's Republic of Tea. Which one are we having today?
We are having the apple cinnamon one.
Okay, so it's caramel. It's caramel
tea
apple.
drop apparently. Yes, I guess you will have to. Do you have access to good tea? We used to have David's tea up in Montreal, and then it kind of got expensive to have loose tea all the time.
Oh, I got that a little bit on the sweet side there.
Okay. But the thing is, with like David's tea, when we got it, we never added sweeteners.
No, but to be fair, it does have like built-in sweeteners.
That is true.
So I mean,
that is true. Okay. I'm gonna cool mine down quick. So, okay, your turn to distract the masses.
Oh, are you like doctoring up your tea now?
I'm getting the tea bag out.
Anyway, I've enjoyed the Republic of Tea teas. I like their cup of is it cup of cake or cupcake teas? Those are really good. And I just got 2 fall ones. We got the caramel apple, and we got the golden pumpkin. I'm supposed to be avoiding caffeine, and so it's hard to find teas that aren't black or green. And so like the golden pumpkin is made with it's made with a rooibos.
Yep.
And the apple one, I do not remember what that is in that one. It might just be like an herbal tea.
Unruly says they have at least 5 loose tea shops that they patronize locally here, plus 3 or 4 regular mailed options. So that was the problem, I think, is that we haven't had to do mail option, so we just never did.
Well, and we did loose tea when we were living in Montreal, but then like it's just with all the moving and being in the trailer and everything, it was just a lot of stuff to have around, especially in the trailer, because we just didn't have space. And so like we could basically have like one package of tea, and like that was it.
Right.
So we didn't really have room for all the stuff to steep a cup of loose leaf tea.
Sounds weird, but we left it. The other hard part is that since we lived in the trailer for like a year, we left a lot of our other belongings in storage, like kitchen-related stuff, since we built kind of a tiny kitchen to like live in while we were living in the tiny home. So yeah, the last 2 times someone gave me tea to try, it had mint of some sort, in which ruined it for me.
Oh.
As for me, the hint of mint makes me nauseated.
Oh, that's sad. I love mint.
Okay. I don't think there's any mint in these.
No, these don't have any mint, but I do love mint. Like, the only tea that I really liked at Tivana was, like, the white chocolate peppermint.
Yeah.
That one was really good.
Tivana was so expensive.
It was.
But I meant more expensive than David's tea.
No, I know that.
Anyway.
David's tea didn't have anything like the white chocolate mint.
That is true. We tried. Maybe if we mix or we do this or that.
I mean, even there, it was...
worked.
We just didn't always find quite the teas that we liked.
Right.
Some of the flavors are a bit much.
You'd think that we were going to be playing board games about tea today.
We are not.
But we're actually going to play board games about gems and jewels today. So, I'll bring this up. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on a second. It's, I didn't double check the thingy. It hasn't had a problem the past couple times, so I was like, it'll be fine.
There we go.
Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, I'm fixing my board game arena.
You're gonna have to put that closer to me. I need to tip this down a bit more. There we go. Well, that bit of almond milk helped.
Anna is our neighbor in Missouri, somewhere. Maybe Kansas.
I mean, not like immediate
I'm not
neighbor,
sure.
but
not immediate neighbor. General. I'm having some issues getting.
Okay, Serenity Moon Tea.
It's named Serenity, so it must
from
be
the
good.
PNW, Pacific Northwest, I'm guessing. Happy Turtle Tea. We like tea turtle, so maybe we would like turtle tea.
Maybe.
Is
it like turtle as in like what am I thinking? Wait, hang on. I'm trying
they
to
have
fix
fandom labels. Yeah, so like when we got our Republic of Tea bags in, they sent us a bunch of samples, and one of them was like a Mandalorian tea, which was minty. So like not everybody's favorite, but I liked it. It was good. GT is my favorite Austin local tea.
Sorry guys, I'm having some
it's been a rough
issues.
So, you know, it would make sense for things to like not work properly.
Right. Just a rough day. Let's see if I can. Done. Okay, it's gonna take me a
Is
little
Serenity
bit
Moon Tea, like, do they have a website? Because I'm not seeing anything come up. Oh, maybe it's this? Okay, maybe they just don't do like an online shop, which would make sense. No. Okay, yeah. Here's the website.
I'm just fixing. I tell you, resetting your whole like Windows is not fun.
Wait, you wouldn't want to be my neighbor this week after what happened Friday up the street. Oh, what happened?
Wait.
I have not heard anything about something happening in
or
Kansas
near
City.
Kansas City? I thought that was supposed to be such a safe place to live.
I love your outfit with the polka dots on your dress. Okay, so funny story. I love this dress, but it's really, really low cut. And I've worn it in the live stream before, and I just didn't like the way that it looked in the live stream. So I just put a tank top over top of it, and I'm like, Adam, does this look okay? Like, is this okay? And he's like, yes. So I'm glad that you like it. That's great.
That is good.
Oh my gosh, there's like a...
What? A spider web?
Yes. How'd they even get there?
I don't know. Water is shut off at our place and like 18 other blocks around us all day for an infrastructure project.
Oh.
So I'm trying to remember the end goal is good, important, but still very grumpy with no running water.
That is rough.
So...
Do you watch the news? Well, I mean...
We don't really have...
we have news that comes up occasionally in our YouTube feed, and I do read the news on Associated Press, but both of those are usually more national news and less like regional.
Heard of a kidnapped woman escaped captivity and...
Oh, yikes.
And they reeled out. Oh, wow. Okay, well...
Well, I feel like that's going to maybe come up.
A Band-Aid for me.
Yes, I'll get you a Band-Aid. Give me a second.
I'm assuming Trombone is asking about the water shut off and the advance notice, not the
story about Anne.
Not Anne's story.
Come here.
Well, I'm feeling good. Living in my little town here in Missouri, I guess safely away from Anne right now, for the time being. So.
thought you wanted a Band-Aid.
Oh wait, should we? Okay, I'm gonna keep checking this and make sure that it's working because it wasn't wanting the screen capture before. Definitely plenty. They let us know Friday, so probably enough. That might be. I'm scared because this is a small town too. Oh, that does actually kind of make it worse, right? Because then it's like, I don't know. It's hard. It's like this. Everything's like overtly suspicious then. Local guy, and it's not a bad neighborhood. Right.
Sounds like room.
Is there okay, not to like, it's hard because touchy subjects like this can lead really bad places really quickly. But and there's no time in history that everything was like great, right? I mean, I think it's falsehood for us to look back and be like, well, back in the 1950s or whatever, trying to recreate something like that doesn't really bode well for everybody across the board, and it's not like the greatest thing. So, but I think a benefit or something that I feel has been missing, and it's what we feel like we kind of like came back to the States for, was like just a general sense of community, like people getting to know people in their neighborhood. I think a lot of people confuse that by like, okay, I'll go to church or something, I'll get to know the people at my church. But if you don't know the other people in your neighborhood, then you don't, I don't know. It's hard because like most likely people knew this guy and maybe he was really nice in person. So it's really hard to like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing good to say about it. But on lighter news, we're going to be launching our first like live gaming event at one of the local churches is letting us use their space, and then two of the other churches are going to have people come and check it out and see if they want to do gaming events at their churches and allow us to use their spaces. And the hope was to be able to have a weekly gaming event with everybody, with just the whole general community, and it not be like directly tied to a religious thing. We're just using churches because it's easier for us to connect with them and have a free venue to be at. Any other venues in this area would cost money, and I don't think there's enough people right now who are interested in gaming to come out to do a paid venue.
Yeah.
So
we wish you were close enough to attend to, because that'd be super fun.
Yeah. Very horrified. So awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you could hop on the train or just drive over here.
Or train ride, yeah.
It's like probably like 180 miles away, 200 miles away. I don't know.
To play games for 2 hours.
To play games for 2 hours. 2 hour drive, games for 2 hours, 2 hour drive back home. I mean, that's great math.
Is it only 2 hours? I feel like it's longer than that.
Oh, you're right. It was like 3 hours to St. Louis, and I think we're about midway point between both St. Louis and. So, 3 hour drive, 2 hour game day, 3 hour drive. But if you stop by, I mean, if you want, you could always just come over to our house after the gaming event and play more games. If you really need to offset that driving amount. Okay, so let's jump in here. We're going to play some Splendor, or attempt to get some Splendor loaded up here. Who would... Okay, let me get into the next screen. Yeah, I've driven that before. I'd probably want to make a weekend out of it. Right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
My grandma used to live near Bevier. I've heard of Bevier. I don't know where Bevier is.
So it's not Bevier.
It's not Bevier. It's not pronounced like French. I don't know, and if you're from Missouri originally, just all the different town names that it's like they name after a popular place, but they don't pronounce it the same way. Like Milan is Milan.
Yep, Bevier.
Yep. Bevier. Like beaver. Yeah. No, I've heard the other neighbors say like, "Oh, I'm going down to Bevier," and I've seen it written. I was like, I would have unfortunately been the person who said Bevier.
I mean, I would have assumed it wasn't Bevier because why would it be around here?
Right. So, some do and some don't. Okay. Who would like to play? I'm realizing. Okay, I should go with who's online here. Okay. Michelle.
Gravois Mills is the French pronunciation. Oh, really? Nice.
Mills is the French.
And Unruly Cats assumes French pronunciations for everything. We also do, and we're almost always incorrect.
Right.
So.
Right. Like Versailles, but they say Versailles.
Oh, it's down by the
instead of Versailles. But that was actually Gravois Mills is where we were going to.
Oh, didn't they call it like Gravelies or something?
They called it Gravelies. The lady I got on the phone.
Doesn't even L in it. I mean.
The lady I got on the phone because we were looking at a house over there. Not a house, just some land.
Yeah.
And she was telling me where, like, what water district I would be in, and she's like, "Well, you're gonna have to get in touch with Gravely's Mills, and because for this, and you're gonna have to get in touch with Versailles for that." And I was like, "I'm not seeing those on the map." She goes, "Well, Versailles is just slightly north of Gravely's Mills." I was like, "Oh, Gravois Mills and Versailles. Okay."
Cool. So.
Versailles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. Just
Yeah.
everyone just, and it's not, the thing is we didn't hear anybody else say that. So maybe it's just this one
It could
lady,
be just that one lady.
and we're basing all accents on this one lady.
Well,
She was saying it wrong too.
I'm glad to hear that because
Yeah.
that was super wrong.
Okay. Who would like to play? Unruly, did you want to play? I just see Unruly is live. Okay, so I have Trombone, Unruly, and 18th Century. And
Ooh, you're
I think that
native.
it's actually just 4 people. 4
Yeah.
player game. So we'll start with that.
Unless if we end up having 5 people wanting to play, we could play a different game.
Native. You're native to Versailles? So we almost bought a house. Well,
Yeah.
some land. It was like 3 acres of like treed land. We were gonna chop down part of it and homestead. And the land would not allow that. It was only for like rich people to keep their like stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
If someone else wants to play, I can sit out.
No, CUNY pronounced
Carney. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay, well, we'll go with this. I think no one else jumping in too much. So we'll just start with Trombone, Unruly Cats, and Michelle.
Sure.
And we might be able to play. We were thinking 2 games of this. That one's my tea.
What are you doing?
Your
do you need a
your
drink?
water's right there.
Your
Your
cup
water's
is up
right
here,
there.
honey.
Oh,
Oh, what was the one? Okay, so there's one in.
here it is.
No, that one's tea as well.
Ah, okay. Anne wasn't planning on playing. Just coming
here
to chat.
it
No,
is.
no, it's okay.
Okay.
You don't have to be sorry. Those are my drinks.
Oh, here it is.
We just wanted to make sure. Right?
Okay. Well,
It's
now,
okay.
Yeah.
Saying you guys are semi-close. Yes.
Okay.
And Michelle's cooking a whole bunch of chicken.
So much chicken.
So we're gonna give her a little break to run over and do something with that chicken. Okay, there we go. We got all 4 of us. Have you all played Splendor before? I'm assuming Unruly has. I don't know if Trombone has.
I'm gonna play Minecraft.
But Splendor is one of our favorite games.
Okay.
And I would say it's one of our favorite because it stayed in the collection this long. And it was probably the 3rd or 4th game that we bought that was like this. Love Splendor. I own it. I played it in person and on BGA. So, okay, Trombone knows it. And again, I love how I'm just assuming Unruly Cats knows how to play. Here, I'm going to accept Michelle's invite.
Thank you.
She's just turning the chicken around. Accept. Now, I'm pretty sure I set it to no time limit. Anyway. I mean, I do now. Good assumption. Okay. So we will wait. It's Michelle's turn, so we will wait. But we can go over, so... You would be first, exactly. It's going to be you, Trombone, Unruly Cats, then me. So... Unruly knows most of the games. That's like Time Roller. Like, oh, we're confused about this rule. No problem. Time Roller's played it before. No one else has ever heard of it, but But Time Roller definitely knows it. Crazy. Okay, so anyway,
It's gonna take a second. I'll just come to my turn quick.
we have a little tote of games put together for our gaming event.
Like, how tiny.
Oh, is that because you turned it that way? That's going to be really tiny to play on.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of the games in our starter selection. I don't think we're bringing Splendor to the event night.
No.
But, so when is, our event is going to be the 22nd? It's the Saturday. If the Saturday's 21st, then I'm wrong. It's Saturday. Saturday the 20-something. Not this Saturday, but the following one. It'll be the first, like, big, hopeful kickoff. Again, we found the game events, if we start them up, they work better if we can start with a small, intimate group. Like, we've advertised, we've told everyone to come. I doubt too many people are going to come, because gaming is really new to a lot of the people around here. But we've had the pastor's family over, and the youth pastor, and a bunch of other people just over to play games. So they've gotten inundated with new games, and they're really excited about it. But Skull Hollow, after playing it last week, is my new favorite intro game, but it's only 2-player.
Oh, that's too bad.
But yeah, anyway, so the hope is we'll launch it. Then we'll discuss maybe one of the other churches running the event in November.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly be able to have 2 churches do one in November.
Mm-hmm.
And then my hope would be by December, maybe 3, but maybe still just 2 because they're going to have other stuff going on. But then in January, maybe having 3 different groups. So.
From experience, take more light and party games.
Yeah.
I could just pop over quick and look in our box. Then we will see.
Right, yeah. I can I'll grab the box and we'll just kind of walk through.
Yeah, we can't both leave.
Griffin's running it now.
You can watch him play Minecraft, but you can't see what he's doing. Just watch him.
Let's see here.
Mimi,
Can
I
we?
get that one?
Yes, you guys can kind of see it
No,
around.
you're not getting anything new right now.
I
You
am.
can play with what you have.
Okay.
I don't think that's new.
Now these I might not bring these ones the first time, but I've been
Hi,
liking to
Jamie.
bring like Pandemic Hot Zones. I found are really fun. So we have been bringing those, but we might not bring it to this one yet because we don't.
I think we should
know
wait
a lot
at
of people.
least 1 week because these are maybe not going to go over very well.
Exactly. So that's just it. Like these, we've
I like
done
to
to
break
other
the ice
churches.
with taco, cat, goat cheese pizza. Ugh.
Right. So let's hear for this is our big break the ice game is King of Tokyo. So it has gone with us to every game event.
Actually, our break the ice game used to be Ice Cool.
It used to be, yes, but we don't own that anymore.
We do not own that anymore.
Oh,
We
it's my
had some
turn.
problems with that one. People get a little aggressive sometimes, and
Little.
we had some broken penguins, and
Yeah, how is that? Yeah. Broken penguins.
yeah, King of Tokyo is fantastic, and it has a lot of like draw. Like people see it on the table, they're like, "Ooh, what's that?" So
Trombone. See, you say I know most games, but I've never heard of that.
never heard of
Which
taco,
one?
cat, goat cheese pizza?
That one? Oh, we don't have it anymore.
No,
gave
we
it to
do
a
not
different-
have that one. I personally
Michelle did
really
not like
hate
it.
that game.
But-
Any game
I'm doing
where you're hitting
one of
people
yours, what
is
you
not a
got
game I
me,
like.
Mimi?
But I know a lot of people like it. It's really popular.
Oh yeah, so King of
It's like
Tokyo.
Yahtzee.
King of Tokyo. King
What?
of Tokyo is like Yahtzee.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You need to turn that down.
King of
And you need to
Tokyo
stop
is like
yelling at me.
a good old battling monsters game. King of the Hill.
You gave me?
Yes.
And you are just everyone takes on a role of a monster, and you're going to be like maybe you're the Christmas tree monster or something. And you roll these really big, huge, chunky dice. We have all the sets. We have so like there's the dice. But you roll them, and depending on what you roll, allows you to attack people or different things. I mean, there's more to it, but basically, you want to be the last monster standing or the first monster to 20 victory points. It's So it's really easy to get people kind of just started. People do get knocked out of the game. So the game usually goes by fairly quickly, like 30 minutes or so. We have all the expansions and 2 dice sets. So what we actually do is we actually split the
Fun.
table. If enough people learn how to play it, we will then split the table up and we'll have 6 people play on one table and 6 play on a different table with basically the same set. So without having to buy 2 games. All right. You guys have played this one with us. It's Ink and Gold. It's a little different IRL. So if you've only played it on Board Game Arena, in IRL they've updated some of the cards and they work slightly differently. But I like the changes. The only changes are the artifacts, and they're worth different values.
Yeah, the artifacts have like a point labeled on it, and so it's just whatever those points are.
Right.
And I think they're all worth more than they are in the game on BGA.
There we go. Confirm. Hey, Adam. How's it going? And I miss Jamie, but I think you said hi to Jamie.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie hoped we had a good week. It
did.
was a rough one. It was
rough and it was tough.
rough.
Like you would think taking kids to a zoo and just having fun.
Yeah, it was.
They would be more happy.
Yeah. For a vacation, it was like the least relaxing possible vacation ever. So it was unfortunate.
Okay, what else do we have?
But and this week hasn't started off super great, but you know, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll go better.
Draftosaurus is the drafting game we now bring. We used to bring Sushi Go, and that's fine too. Draftosaurus just gives us kind of a different feel and flavor, and a few people can kind of jump on a little bit different just because it's like, oh, I'm picking a dinosaur and I'm putting it in the pen. And they can just kind of get the idea of what a draft is going to be about. So that one's been successful. Bang the Dice game or Secret Hitler are the 2 social deduction games that we bring. This
We'll
particular
wait
one,
a little bit on Secret Hitler.
Right.
Because again,
right.
bit of a touchy one.
The hard part is that we know the people of our church we've been kind of attending, but since we've invited a mass population of the community, we don't know the sensitivities other people are going to have toward things yet. So we usually wait and discuss it out. So, okay. So Bang the Dice game.
I feel like we don't usually play that one that much, but
Doesn't come on a lot.
no.
Mainly, but I mean, a lot of times we brought Secret Hitler too, and then that one's been the one. So
Well,
if you guys
true,
haven't played Secret Hitler, I usually...
Trombone says Coup or the Resistance are better for social deduction PC games. Yeah, like we actually used to have Spyfall?
Spyfall. Yep.
We used to have Spyfall, and that was awful.
I think it
Like
just...
people just didn't
They had such a hard time.
like. You had some people who really got into it, and then it was fun.
it's my
But
turn,
if
sorry.
they don't really get into it, it just wasn't fun, and it's a little harder to explain. I think the nice thing about Secret Hitler or Bang is like it has a social deduction element, but it isn't necessarily solely what is going on in the game.
Right.
And so I think that helps a lot, especially for Secret Hitler. I feel Secret Hitler is just the best because it's just very, very streamlined.
Right. And people, if they're going to get knocked out of the game, it's later on. I will caveat this really quick. When we play Secret Hitler, and this is usually why we wait until we know the group more, we usually discuss how it usually comes up that we play it is we play it with groups. We play it with a homeschool group who had gone to the Holocaust Museum, and they came back in Montreal, and they were like, well, I would have voted for Hitler or been fooled or whatnot. So we played Secret Hitler with them to kind of really get them discussing like how easy it is to be manipulated and you have to be careful and understanding, like working through things and not to be like 100% this way, that way, but really talk through and get to know people. Because as communication breaks down between people, bad things happen. So that's why we'll wait. Bang the Dice game, just Old West shooting people up.
Who
that's
doesn't
fine.
love the Wild West?
I'm gonna move the games over. Here. Okay. Let's see here. For other kid style games, I should I?
Yeah, agreed,
Okay.
trombone. It is a very important lesson. More people need to learn that.
Oh, I have to do my turn. Sorry, guys.
Like when we were in Canada, and we didn't really realize it, but then when I was planning out our oldest's first year of high school and we're looking at the things that they had to learn each year, they don't learn about World War II in Quebec, at the very least in Quebec. And one of our friends, we were commenting about this. We're like, I don't understand how people cannot have heard of the Holocaust. She's like, I've never heard of the Holocaust. She's 40. She's
Yeah.
never heard of the Holocaust. We're like,
Like,
that
let
does
us
not
educate
seem
you.
that does not seem like a good thing.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, on to Rhino Hero. We
Well, and
have really interesting
Jamie
segues.
got sucked into a game of El Grande and turned out it was like a 3.5 hour game. Whew.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That's the thing. So like we are going for a 2-hour gaming event. And so we try to pack in as much as possible, like 15, 30-minute games. People can hopefully play 2 of the same one or 3 of the same one, or possibly play 4 games or 8 games if they come at the beginning. Like thinking through, we want them to get a taste for multiple games and then slowly grow the event. Like
Yeah.
it can go longer when people have played these and they're like, what else is there? Then we can start bringing some medium weight games. So
Well, we have a smaller tote that are the games that we will bring on a regular basis for the game events. But then we have a larger tote that's filled with basically backup games.
yeah.
And so periodically as we go, if we get sick of a game or we notice like nobody's playing one, then we can like swap that game out for a different game from the tote.
We're being rated
Yeah.
by Losapalooza.
Hi.
That's just it. Hi. Hi, Raiders. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure if... It's always hard to know. Do they have to go through ads first,
There
or
we
are
go.
they
Wait.
in already?
Well, that's trombone playing the right thing.
Trombone posted. So
that's not them.
now we're like, okay, Lifta
There we go.
is in. So there we go. Hi,
Hi.
Raiders. Welcome to the channel. I'm Adam,
I'm Michelle.
and we are A&M Game School, and we are playing Splendor today and talking about some really deep subjects that are based around what games to start with for like random party games. So
Yeah.
welcome to the conversation. We're on to Rhino Hero. This game we bring for playing with like, especially the little kids.
Okay,
We're kinda,
but like a
set up.
little backstory.
Yes.
We haven't lived in this area very long, and we're in the process of getting set up some ongoing game days in our town.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our first one coming up in like a week and a half.
Yes.
And so we're just sharing some of the games that we're planning to bring with us to this first one. This is like a relatively non-gaming area. It's very much like a board game desert here.
Yes.
If you can buy it at Walmart, they might have it.
Maybe. Yeah, they might have it. And so that's just it. So we're like, hey, how do we get board gaming to be kind of a thing here? And so we're starting up a gaming event at our local church, is letting us use the venue, if you will, for free. And it's just going to be community gaming that day. But we've invited the other local churches, and they're going to come, and a handful, probably like the pastors or other leadership, are going to come and play games. And then they'll let us know if we can use their venues as well. Yeah. And the hope is to do a game night or a game day every week. But it just to be a community event. And we get to kind of be in charge of it. And that's the other thing, because we don't ever want it to become anything weird. We want it to be something that anyone can feel welcome to just come, play games, no funny business. Well, unless if you're playing like a funny game.
I mean, then.
But yes. But otherwise, no bait and switch is what I'm getting at. It's
right.
Just playing games.
Cabbage says just one. Trails of Tucana. We actually haven't ever played Trails of Tucana.
I haven't.
But we've watched Luza play
turn.
it.
We have.
I think a couple of times. But we've never actually played it.
Okay, I'm going to take that one. Probably shouldn't have taken that one. It was a bad one.
We do that, but combine it with a geocaching event.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
So people have to like find where the game event is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Luza says we love the game.
Okay.
We haven't played the game, We played the Mind that
We
time,
played the
right?
Mind.
Okay.
Okay,
It just keeps randomly being
so
my
for like
turn.
kids,
Okay.
well, I know every fourth person. So
I know, it's crazy.
Rhino Hero is another one we're gonna bring. I got the stack over here. Okay, my son, he loves to play Here to Slay. And so he usually wraps all the teams around it, and they play.
Yeah.
Usually though, with these game events, we try to get the generations to mix and people.
Color It or Patchwork Doodle. We actually have
We have Patrick
Combo
Doodle.
Color.
We have Combo Color. I
Which
wonder if
is-
that's the same thing.
It's not. No, Color It is a Haba game.
Oh.
Where you're coloring.
Okay.
And Combo Color, I mean,
It's in our box
it's a little
of
bit
games
different.
to possibly
It's in
bring.
Yeah, it's in our alternate games
Right.
box.
So part of
Patchwork
it, like,
Doodle we did a lot.
this
Is it in this one?
It
might not be.
No.
We were having a little bit of an issue with roll and write games.
Right. So like our
at some
son
of our
has
last
been
events.
bringing Railroad Inc. to youth group to teach people how to play, and that's been going well. So he's
we
going to
probably
bring
should
that to play, so that way the parents and other people can play it as well.
Yeah.
Similo we like as a Similo. I guess this one is Similo Histories.
Yeah.
We like as a good icebreaker.
Nice short
waiting for people
one.
to show up, kind of one.
Yeah.
for-
Combo Color. No. Color It. Color It is a Haba game. Combo Color is not a Haba game, but it is also a game where you're coloring.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I am not paying very close attention at the game. Okay, so the thing is, when we're building our collection, we're trying to think through, people haven't played any of these games,
I'm pretty sure.
and so many people have only played roll and move style games, or other classic party word style games, like maybe, I'm not saying Scrabble is a party game, but they played Scrabble, or like
Time roller.
categories, things like that. So we've been trying to think through, when we put this together, games that may be similar, or games that would be teaching a new mechanic. And so something that'll cycle around is a deck builder as well. What we chose for this first time deck builder is Abandon All Artichokes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys haven't played that, that's a really lightweight game.
Well,
to,
Anne's thinking
start.
about maybe coming for November.
Oh, okay.
That'd
we
be
will
fun.
make sure to let
That'd
you
be
know.
fun.
when.
We could have like our own little private like board game playing convention.
Yeah.
You just have to understand that our house is still not finished. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be that way for a long time.
Yeah. We might not have all
But
the drywall.
she said she'll talk to Karen from Games
Oh,
of Fire,
okay.
and maybe they could come together.
That'd be cool.
That'd be super fun.
Now we need Luza to drive all the way over here.
Yeah. It'd be an interesting, maybe wet drive.
And timing. All right. Now, for kids, also, Haba gave us this one, but
Lisa says
it's actually really
Quirkle.
good. Like, our son doesn't always sit through all of it.
Yeah.
But most kids and most adults are fine with it. Snail Sprint it's kind of like, what's that one other racing game they might know? Downforce.
Oh, okay.
We're kind of like, everyone's sort of moving cars around and stuff. Snails works the same way. You want a grouping of snails to win. And so everybody's kind of moving those snails around. So that one's good.
I didn't think of that. Like, Luza suggested Quirkle for people who like Scrabble.
Oh.
And actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because
It
it's a similar
does.
like tiling mechanic, but it's not word based.
That is. So, like, I'm hoping to introduce people to other word-related games, like...
Do we actually have any
Eventually.
word games in there?
No, we don't, but
Well, we
we
have
could toss
Hive
them
Mind.
in. We do have Hive Mind.
Which
so
is
the
sort
other
of
one
a
is
word.
Hive Mind. This one was a good, kind of... ironically, Hive Mind is made by Gerald Garfield. Like, the same guy who made King of Tokyo in Magic the Gathering, right?
Oh, that seems weird.
Anyway, Hive Mind
All right, it's my turn
is pretty
again.
interesting, random kind of questions, and you're trying to answer the same answer as everybody else. So it is interesting. It just gets people like thinking. So we brought that one, and then I think
Cabbage suggested Colorado.
we also have a Spot It.
Spot
It. And
And Uno.
we do technically have an Uno that we'll kind of hide, but if people are looking like they're not willing to try something, we'll give them an Uno.
That does happen. Uno does not actually usually come out, but we have it as an option because it's something that everyone knows.
Right.
So we want there to be a thing, and also like our family only has so many people in it. We can only teach so many games.
Exactly.
So
we found having a game that some people knew how to play, but a lot of times we don't like to bring
Yes,
games
Sam,
that
I
they've
will.
known how to play. So here, oh, this is going
Solo
well.
better than Uno. Well, like we have Llama, which we like better than Uno. And that is in our. Oh, you're bringing out the spare bin now.
Yeah, this is.
It's your turn, by the way, Adam.
Oh, it's my
and
turn.
I think we just had. Oh.
It's fun. I think they meant llama is fun.
Yes.
It was like they said "f you." Are you gonna allow
Oh.
that? I mean, I think they meant fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. There, I did my turn. Okay, now I can show you guys. So this is our backup bin. What we'll do is we will teach games that are popular this time. We'll keep a few of them for the next event, but then we'll swap it with a few of these other games. So that way people are constantly having to kind of relearn some different games. Try out different things. I hate it when people say, I just don't like board games. I think what they mean is they just haven't played the right board game yet. And so I always take it as a challenge. All right, so in here we have P for pizza, which would be our word game. I guess in here. So not my favorite, but we do have P for pizza. We have tossed in, Soften Your Razor isn't with us. Soften Your Razor sent us Trash Pandas. And so we have Trash Pandas in here as a backup. And here's Patchwork Doodle. That's our extra other one. And here is, I'm trying to get it. Okay, Combo Color. Because you guys were talking about Color It. So Combo Color is made by, who made it? I don't know. Somebody did. Doesn't say. A Zygomatic? I've never heard of them. We found this in Montreal when we were still living there, so it's like in French.
Did you already talk about Codenames?
Codenames is too complicated.
No, is Codenames too complicated?
I would say...
Here's what we ran into with Codenames. Because
Go
we
for it.
did used to have Codenames, and we brought it to events. And what would happen is that... well, for one thing, when the person is trying to figure out what the clue is going to be that they give, people do get really antsy because sometimes it takes a while. But then once it's time to make a decision and pick a card, the majority of the people end up just kind of not doing anything, and you sort of get one, maybe two people who sort of take the lead on it. And so while it can be a group game, it really kind of becomes more just like a 2-on-2 kind of team thing.
Right.
And so it just didn't seem to work well in the groups that we've been with.
I think the thing with us is our groups tend to be really mixed. Well, you'll have a lot of maybe like half introverts, half extroverts. And in those cases, the extroverts take over the game of Codenames, and the introverts just kind of like, they're kind of like left off to the side. And so I'd much rather everyone has maybe a more thinky game or something that's going to like force them to all have to sit and be with each other more instead of disengaging from the thing. Or just give options. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, did you see what Luza had written?
No.
So we're doing it with... Wait, doing what? A permanent marker. Okay, so hear me out. A fun way to spice up your Uno game is letting people write their name on their last card with a permanent marker. We're doing it with an Uno-like game, and it's so much fun to see the cards come back. People write sentences, the date, drawing pictures. Some cards now start to show stories on it as multiple people win with the same card. That's a cool idea.
That is a cool idea.
I really like that.
Yeah, we're not that terribly attached to our Uno, so...
Cabbage has mentioned So Clover a couple of times. So
Clover.
We have... I don't know what that one is.
I haven't heard of that one. Okay. I'll keep digging through.
That's So Clever.
This is a...
that one I've heard of.
Tokyo Jutaku is a dexterity style game. like a
Is it?
speed.
It's not
Well,
really a dexterity. It's a speed
game in which you're building kind of like a little puzzle in front of you. Michelle doesn't like it as much.
Okay.
So that's how it ended up in this
So
bin.
Clover, I mean, it's not the same for sure, but it looks like it would have kind of a similar vibe to the pizza game that we have.
Oh, this one? P for pizza?
P for pizza.
Okay.
I mean, not the same.
It's actually an idea from... Oh, Duchess gave you that idea.
Oh, cool.
From a game called Knockout. Okay. Let's see here. What else is here? Okay. So when people are feeling ready and we're ready to kind of bring them another level, I know Azul's not going to be a whole nother level for you guys, but for them, Azul.
My mom really loves Azul.
Yeah. So Azul is in here.
So we know that the old people coming to the event will be able to play it.
Right. Via Magica, which we played a lot on BGA.
Yeah, I don't know how much we'll play it. I don't think it's not necessarily a great starter game, but once people have kind of gotten the swing of it, then it should be good.
I mean, once you kind of understand it's like a bingo game. You're still cooking the chicken, right?
Yes, I am still cooking the chicken.
All right, now, when everybody gets really comfortable and we're ready for them to start hating each other, then we can start playing Captain Sonar, which is a really good way to end marriages.
I don't play Captain Sonar. It's too stressful for me.
But it's just...
Have a good night, Luza. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Uno idea.
That's a good idea.
We'll thank Duchess, too, if she gets on. So.
You guys have all my favorite games. I'm down for a game weekend. And then we have Rhino Hero Super Battle, which is great for kids.
I gotta stop thinking.
Like, we found that one on clearance, and we bought it.
Which one?
And Rhino Hero Super Battle. It gets really
we
tall,
got that
and
one
we just set it up on the floor. We're just like, go for it, kids. Just play with it on the floor. Okay. Let's hear. Noisy Neighbors we found at a farm supply store.
Yeah, it was at Fleet Farm.
It's
for $8.
It's an interesting party game. I've never heard of it before. I saw it at Fleet Farm, a farm supply
Cabbage wants to know if we expect a lot of kids. Well,
we never know.
We might. We might have a lot of kids. Because if the parents want to come, they're going to bring their kids. And it's going to be in the afternoon. So it's going to be from 2 to 4. Even though we say it's game night, it's from 2 to 4.
Right.
So sometimes we do get a lot of kids.
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're never... We try to pack the tote in a way of thinking to handle about 30 to 50 people, multiple ages. And
Splendor, my favorite game. We love Splendor too. It's so fun.
And it's lasted in the collection a long time. Actually, it's in a nice chest.
Lots of good Haba games for the younger crowd.
Right.
So the thing is, these are our backup games, and how this works is we have a small tote that has our games that we'll bring on a regular basis to an event. And the ones we're looking at right now are the swap outs.
Yeah.
So like as a game gets kind of tired, or if
it gets tired. Like, did you know games are introverts?
Yeah, I mean,
and they need to be recharged.
They do. They totally do. But or like maybe we have a couple of games that just don't really get played.
Yes.
We have these games to swap them out to keep the selection fresh from time to time.
So it's not our personal family collection. That
our personal family collection is not in here.
Over. Right. So okay.
A couple, maybe a couple.
Tinderbox is a really tiny dexterity game where you're building a little fire. So that one's interesting, but you need some good sturdy tables to play it. So yeah, here's Secret Hitler. And like we said, we usually wait until we get to know the audience better before we crack that one out. So that'll stay. And okay. This was one of my favorite games for a while, and it's Miraris.
Yeah.
I just love the artwork on it, but it's a bidding game, and I don't like bidding games. But how this one works... Okay. I gotta rephrase that. I like Go Nuts for Donuts, and this works similar to Go Nuts for Donuts.
Oh, yeah,
so anybody who's played Go Nuts for Donuts, you could play Miraris. Miraris, the only difference is when two people grab the same thing, instead of getting rid of that card like you do in Go Nuts for Donuts, it builds up. So that pile gets bigger and bigger and bigger and more. And so you're always trying to figure who's going to want to...
All right. So Unruly Cats, yes, game night in the afternoon. We
Whose
were
screen
we
are we
were
on?
going for night,
screen.
but like
Michelle's
this
screen.
is this is the time when it works, so that's when we're doing it.
Sorry. Yep. Me down here. Mararis. So I guess I keep being the one holding up the game, but
Cabbage
Michelle is just sitting right here.
Cabbage said how cute. I don't know what that was for, but great.
Right.
When the game starts screaming, "Stop touching me," then you know it is tired and needs a break.
Right. Right.
Right.
Other little kid games we have in here are Penguin Pile Up and different. Again, it just depends on the kids' ages. We really like to push parents to allow their children to play some of the age up games.
You want to just switch over to the regular cam for a second?
Sure.
Then I can see how the setup is.
Okay, yeah. So here's our setup. And then when we split, we just have Michelle. She's just on the top, and I'm just down below.
So we can see the game.
Okay. Board game.
All right, so...
Okay, it's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. I think Time Roller is probably right. So, the person you're watching play is Adam.
Oh, sorry. Yes. You're watching me play.
Thanks, Time Roller. Because, of course, as always, Time Roller understands and knows everything.
He does. So, yes. I'm the one playing. You're seeing my screen. But if I scroll... No, you can't see. Sorry. If you look onto the side where our video is covering, I see you both at once. Okay, what else is in here? Oh, this is it. This is the end of it. It's a love letter. Highly recommend love letter. I don't know if we have a love letter in the other kits. But our oldest usually carries a love letter with him at all times, just in case. But this is, I think, the 6-player love. Oh, this tied shut. This is the 6-player French love letter. That's why. We are hoping to set up a French game day. Why would we do that? Because we found in the neighboring city, there is a community of people who were refugees from the Congo who have moved in. There's about like 300 families or something. I at least speak a little bit of French because of the time that we lived in Montreal and when we worked with French people there. But we found it ironic that they're right there, and we had used board games to help us learn French, and so we want to aid them in learning English with playing board games. Because the biggest problem of learning a language is finding like someone to just practice communicating with, because you never know what to talk about. Like, honestly, like we did that all the time, but it was always like, oh, how's the weather? You get really good at that. But beyond that, you don't really know what to talk about. And so it gets kind of hard when it's just like communication. And so we found board games because you can play different board games. If you can learn to play your board game in French and then teach it in French, you can usually have a different conversation. Like a lot of these can open up conversation in different ways than you normally would in a regular conversation, if you will. So that is the rest of this is just the swap out bin. Like I said, and now we're waiting for Michelle to do her turn. And she said she's sorry. We got a whole bunch of chicken, and
I think it's like 10 pine quarters.
It was a ton. And now she's cooking it all up so it doesn't go bad, because we hate throwing away stuff. And so cooking it up, and we'll like then freeze it afterward. But it need to get cooked. Okay, there we go.
Well, the thing is, they were all frozen together in like one massive block. So like, we had to thaw and everything.
I have a set of French Pictionary set by mistake,
but
do not live in the neighborhood. Okay, first they played through all the games listed as short games on. Oh, he must be answering like.
Oh,
question.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, we always play in Board Game Arena. We were trying to figure out what to kind of consistently play. And we decided for the fun of it, we were going to play through all of the short games on Board Game Arena. Or at least the ones we cared to kind of get to know some new games. And then now we've
Yeah.
switched over to playing the medium length games listed on Board Game Arena. But we're doing this by popularity and the ones that we enjoy playing.
We didn't tell them. We got fruit picking.
Yeah! We have the
It's
Korean,
the Korean edition
of fruit picking.
because it's
in
made
real
by
life.
Korean games.
So that will actually probably end up in one of these bins eventually.
When we're ready to remove it from our
Okay.
like family one, but and
Maybe
so we
too
went.
far away.
Okay. But so like
Chicken
last
cookies?
week we were on vacation, and you guys that are with us all the time knew that. And we went to Miniature Market, the actual store, and it was great. And we got a new favorite game, which is Wild Serengeti.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, I
It's actually
love
really
it.
fun.
It's
So if you guys haven't played Wild
cool.
Serengeti, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you like animals and I don't know, like
So like I really
it's-
we love Terraforming Mars, and it had a similar vibe, even though the gameplay is quite a bit different.
Oh,
But it had a similar feel to it. But the pieces are huge. We should probably grab it and show them the pieces because they're so big,
Sure.
and they're like printed and everything. It's awesome. We also ended up getting the Grizzled Armistice edition. It was missing one piece, and so we got it for 80% off.
yeah, we got it for like $10.
Yeah, it was great.
And we've been playing that.
What else did we got Raxon, and it was also because they have like a whole section of like dented games or damaged games. If something came in, it's missing a piece or something, they put it in this area, and you can get crazy discounts.
Here's some little pieces. You guys can see them. That is the elephant. I'm not sure how bad the light is and shine. Here's like the round tracker, but like all of the pieces are. There's the little alligator. They're painted, wooden. They're big, chunky, and you're moving them around the savannah, trying to get the perfect shot of them for a video you're making for like a conservation video contest. Is like the point of the game. So
yeah, we love the Grizzled as well. We actually don't have it anymore. I think we
Like
told the
regular.
story of how we don't have it anymore a couple weeks ago.
right.
But
But we wanted to get it again.
We kind of did, yeah.
And this one comes with like a campaign. So we have started playing this with one of the pastors here who've been interested in gaming and letting us use
he really is fascinated by World War I.
Yeah.
And so we're like, let's play that with him. And they loved it. We lost like 3 times, but then we won. It was very exciting. And now they want
It's
to
like, we gotta do it again. So I think we're getting them hooked on board games.
Oh, there's a digital version of Armistice.
Oh, really?
That went live this week on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I suppose.
cool.
I suppose that is a good point for. You can go full version to see the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have done that. So
That does
anyway,
make
the
more
box
sense.
art is so pretty.
It's a gorgeous
Wild
game. Did you
Serengeti.
switch to full screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
And then
So
there's your
you
map.
do your turn, and I'll open some stuff up.
okay. So you guys
Okay.
won't see what I'm doing for a little bit, but
Yeah.
sorry.
So we've got this beautiful board, and it's 2-sided. So like, there's different areas of terrain that you need to put the animals on. I'm just thinking, actually, we're gonna need to like kind of hold it up. Okay, so there's all these different like. There we go. There's all these
We're not
different.
set up for like
There are all of
showing it.
these different terrain areas, and so if you flip it over to the other side, all the terrain areas are in different spots.
Right.
And so you have to the story of the game. Did you say what the story was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like you're trying to get the animals into different like kind of places
Card
on
art
here.
is so pretty. Too, and I'm trying to again. Oh, sorry. Okay, this isn't working. We don't have like a top-down camera set up right now.
Yeah.
But basically, you just have. Oh, look how
Yeah.
bad that is.
Cool. Yes, we did play We Care with Meeple Grande. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah, we must have done that on the live stream then.
I think we did, because we bought it when
yeah.
we were visiting them.
How have you liked it, Time
Okay,
Roller?
so here we go. I'm gonna try to get closer, so maybe we'll zoom. It's not gonna change. Okay, let me change this quick. That's part of the problem. So here's the pieces.
You lost a lot. Yeah, I don't know if we've actually won in that one.
There we go. Okay, so you got yourself a giraffe, a lion, and
It
an
is good.
alligator,
But it's really hard.
and a jaguar, and
It's a leopard.
a zebra. Okay, it was a leopard. And there's a couple more.
Yeah, we got the expansion too, which comes with just a handful of other. Oh, I have to set the timer.
Other one-off animals, but it's been fun. I would say it's a deceivingly like fun long game.
It's really fun. I really, really enjoyed it. We've played it twice.
Right.
Because I mean, it is long, so you kind of have to like plan ahead.
But it feels.
I mean, I know
short.
it's not long for some of you, but
So that's
for
why
us,
we were-
it's kind of long.
That's what we were saying. It's kind of like terraforming Mars in that way that we're like, oh, let's play a short game. 2 hours
Yeah.
later, we're like, oh, that
What
was
else did we get? Was it just the 3?
Raxon, Wild
Grizzled.
Serengeti, and the Grizzled.
Yeah, and we got the expansion for
Right.
Wild Serengeti.
Right. Okay.
Moochie says hi.
Hey, Moochie. Meow.
Cute.
It's kind of funny because like Michelle talks to the cats here in our town.
I do. It is a really cool, because like, you know, you'll like mew at them or whatever. My cat growing up made the weirdest like meow, meow. And if I do that to the cats here, like if you just mew at them, they are just like, whatever. And I make this noise and they're all like, what was that? And then they'll come to me. It's like I'm the cat whisperer now for all the feral cats in town. So
Unreleased
that's a great skill to have, right?
Unreleased said
Very
they were
marketable.
just looking at Raxon today.
Oh, okay.
So I played it at the hotel. Just trying. I played it time roller style, where I set up a 2-player game and I was just trying to like play through it. I don't know if that's a technical style, but anyway, that's how I played it. We haven't played it as a couple yet. My cat growing up made this like sound.
Interesting.
I like how everyone's like, how do I phonetically type out what my cat said?
The time roller technique.
Right.
We've been looking at Raxon for a little
It's your
while, and then I can't decide what to do. This
You're
half
stalling. You're
hour
stalling.
game is getting awfully long.
Yeah, we were looking at Raxon before, and we weren't sure because we're like, I don't know if we want a trader game, but it doesn't have a trader aspect, and so we're like, okay, maybe we could get it, and I'm okay reading it now and like playing it. I think we're gonna have to be very careful who we play it with, to be honest. Like, so I think Raxon came out before the pandemic.
The game
And-
itself is the trader. Exactly.
Right. Well, actually, yeah, because Raxon is a traitor to you, and so you lose the game if Raxon gets too much power. And so I think, like, we'll eventually play a Pandemic with the group of people here. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We have to remember, like, a lot of people here are very politically driven when it comes to things, and very untrusting to certain things. So.
Yeah.
Saying about the game Pandemic, they think bad thoughts. Right. So anyway, Raxon, though, I think was made pre-pandemic, and it's about kind of like distrusting the group. Like the
Yeah, Time Roller said it's the backstory of how Dead of Winter came.
Exactly.
Because it is a Dead of Winter game.
Exactly. So if you
Yeah.
like Dead of Winter,
Which
you
we
may
loved
like it.
Although we don't have
Right.
it anymore. But
Just play Plague Inc. instead. It's what we do. So we used to have Plague Inc.
We
the board
did.
game. Michelle didn't like it because it's the
I'm really
gameplay.
bad
It's
at
the
area
gameplay.
control games.
It's an area
I just-
control
yeah.
game, and I tended to win a lot. And so anytime we have a game where one of us wins too easily, we tend not to keep it because
Yeah.
it's just
Okay,
none of us
so
choose
like
to play it.
for example, we were gonna play a game last night, and Adam's like, I decided to set up Heart of Crown. I'm like, cool. We hadn't played it in a long time, so I didn't remember all of the rules. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have played that one. It's kind of like Dominion, but you have to like get a princess, and then you have to give the princess like all of these
really liked it.
helpers.
You guys should play.
So I got a princess, and like 2 turns later, Adam won the game because he had gotten Like, I had 6 points because my princess was just worth 6 points.
Yeah.
And then Adam got what, like the 24 or
Yeah,
whatever.
20 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, he won. Like, it was just like just completely slaughtered me. It was
Right.
So it wasn't very fun.
But
to
it
be
was
fair,
the misunderstanding of one of the rules.
Yeah.
And
we
stuff,
determined
so.
that probably when we realized that I wasn't playing correctly and had forgotten some of the rules, that maybe we should have just started over.
Yes.
But Adam enjoyed his easy win, I think. So
Probably. But I have lost at the game. Michelle has won quite often at that game because she like hunkers down when she remembers the rules. She hunkers down on a strategy, and then it's really hard to catch up with her. So like I was in the mindset of like I have to destroy her as quickly as possible because otherwise she's gonna take over like she usually does. So
Time Roller said Pandemic Contagion is a much better version of Plague Inc.
Mechanics. Okay, Plague Inc.
Yeah.
Needs some serious setup changes to make it not random as heck.
Okay.
Right. Okay. All right, we will have to look into Pandemic Contagion. Because, I mean, we played a lot of Plague Inc., the board game, like with the kids at the homeschool center pre-pandemic to kind of explain just like the random nature of mutations and different things when it comes to viruses and versus bacterial, just the ways it kind of works. It was a great way of, talking through some of that. But then the pandemic hit and we kind of, it's that whole thing of like, it became weird to play that all of a sudden. Okay.
And a shooting place.
Well, and it's a pandemic game, which we do love pandemic.
Yes.
So.
We have tended to like pandemic games. So we've liked the hot zones have gone over well, even for the like anti-pandemic related people. And it's been really interesting to play it with them and kind of push them into certain situations, like get them mad. So
Unruly Cat said, I think having played too much of the Plague Inc. computer game, I just expected the board game to be chaotic and random as heck.
Right.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Honestly, yeah. Well, like, I loved playing Plague Inc. pre-pandemic.
Right.
I have not played it a single time since the pandemic. Because I just can't do it. I don't know.
It was just too close to home.
I just can't. But there's some really fun ones. So at some point, I know I'm going to come back to it. Because we have all of the little extra things.
Right.
And, I mean, like, one of the extra, like, game modes that you can play is, like, designing a board game and you're trying to sell enough copies of your board game and stuff.
It's like
I mean,
running
like,
a
that one's
Kickstarter
kind
one.
of cool. And they've got, like, the simian flu or whatever from Planet of the Apes and just some other ones that are not just your basic plague. So I feel like those ones are still going to be fun, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to play the regular version again just because, I don't know.
Yeah.
Lived it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But you did point out like their little like subnotes of random things from news articles and that it being really close to home, like afterward when it
Pretty
was like,
spot on.
like Iceland decides to like destroy all birds and it's like
Yeah.
that wouldn't happen. And then after the pandemic and like the random stuff that was going on with how different people were taking it was like, oh my gosh, that was so like so close to home.
They did add a cure version to the video game for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But so Plague Inc. video game follows a tech tree. The board game just has the shuffle deck. Agreed. Like you have more choices to make. Like everything you do in the game, like the video game, you're making choices versus the deck makes it super random, like what you even have access to, and then can you afford to actually do it? And if you stack the deck minor on to moderate in the middle and serious on the bottom, it makes more sense thematically. That's actually a really good idea. To like, you
kind
know,
of change the setup to be
right. Plus, then you don't end up with like these ones that you really can't do yet.
right.
Yeah. All right, what can I do?
Man, I have not focused enough on this game, so I have no idea where we're going to go.
This is like the longest game of Splendor ever done.
Right.
But this is like we get chatting and then
Right. This happened the other night when we were playing. So we had
Grizzled.
the Grizzled, and we were
Mhm.
playing with the friends over, and we were just like chatting and got so off topic and never got around. And they're like, I'm sorry. I'm like, this is just how it is. 2 hours Splendor.
It might be. It might be. How's everybody doing on points? I have 4. Trombone
I
has
have
1.
5.
Unruly has 7.
Unruly has 7. So Unruly.
Okay, how many do we play to? None of us seems that terribly close to
14?
winning.
15? 14?
Whatever keeps you here for us is good. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Is it 14? I can't.
It's like 14 or 15.
It's 14
I
or
think.
15.
Okay.
That's the
We're
first
like-
person to hit that.
We're like halfway there. It's 5:15 already. Okay, my chicken's cooking, so cool.
And having a splendorous
Oh,
time.
good.
Good.
I'm glad.
That's good.
It was kind of fun digging through all the games today.
Yeah.
And we have a
Okay,
lot
I
of
should
games
put this
unpacked. So maybe next time we'll show you guys some of what's on our personal game shelf.
Yeah.
Because we have got all of our best games over there.
Of our best.
We don't share our best games.
Like, well, we'll have,
we'll share one
we'll
with
have-
Anne when she comes over because she
Yes.
knows about games.
we'll have people over. It's like, it's weird. It's like having the cheap wine, and that's what you like.
You take
give
the
the company.
games that you're okay with them being destroyed to the game day.
Yes.
If you want them to come back in pristine condition, you don't bring them in the first place.
That's true. So like,
And that's a big part of it.
that's it. So like a lot
Because
of
we
these
have
games-
had game damage quite often.
Right. And we
So-
have to be okay with that. And so, because I mean, our ultimate goal is to get people comfortable with the idea of playing games, and having fun, and coming together as a community, and doing something just to have fun. Like,
Yeah.
so many people forget to just have fun.
Right.
And so,
Time Roller says, as he always does know the rules, when a player reaches 15 prestige points, complete the current round. So each player has played the same number of turns.
Yep. Whereas I like, if we had the game here, I'd be like, I think it's 15. Let's go for that. I'll just check. Oh yeah, it's 15. But Time Roller with his like, according to the rule book, Article 4, B, knows it perfectly. Okay, I can take that one.
Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
I used to focus so much.
No, just whatever's already on there.
I used to focus so incredibly much on goal cards.
Remember,
And that's because when we first played Splendor, we played it wrong, like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that we did wrong is that we allowed people to take more than one goal card at a time.
When did we end up learning that that was wrong? Was that Time Roller that taught us that? Like, it was that long? Or did we find it out
I
earlier than
think-
that?
It might have been when we were in Houston.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
this world.
When would we have played it there?
Because I think they brought it up,
Oh,
is when we did it.
Maybe.
But I think officially we really knew when it came onto Board Game Arena. And we were playing and we're like, what?
Okay.
You can't just take all of them? Because that's how it would work. Michelle would look at these and she'd be like, okay, let's see here. If I get everything in here and everything in here, and if I get a green here, I'll get all 4 goal cards at one time. And nobody can stop me. And that's how it would usually go down.
Okay, so I think this is a perfect example because we were talking about length of time. I think last time we were playing,
Like, how long is a
and
game?
how long is a long game? So like, I would not consider this to be a long game.
No.
Although it's gonna take us probably 2 hours to play.
Right.
So the thing is why a 2-hour game is a long game for us. Is this like if we were playing Wild Serengeti right now,
Right.
it would probably take us like 4 hours to play it because we're chatting and visiting and not at all focusing. Ah!
Right.
Time Roller's got this little meeple shot guy.
I think I'll do that.
Now, if just me and Adam are playing it, we are not so chatty when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, we'll just
a little
like
bit,
kind of
but-
go at it.
yeah.
Like, I think we played Heart of Crown, even with the rule misinterruption. I think we played it in about 20, 25 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Because
probably.
it was like, you just kind of get into that pattern. Like, I
Yeah.
can just do this quick.
Well, with the deck builders, it's just fun because you're like, done.
Yeah.
Shh, done.
Except when I stop and you're like, you can't go through that one. There's no.
Oh yeah, because I
Pathway.
forgot about the arrows.
Yes.
And so I was just playing all
So if
my
you play
cards.
Dominion has that same thing where it's like you can build off of a card, or maybe some cards are like a village allows you to build an extra line.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think we've played that one since we moved, which means it's been at least
Right.
6 months
Right.
since we played it last.
So we haven't. It's just
And
been
it
kind of
probably
packed
has
away.
been more than that.
Right. At least. I think I played it.
You have, but I have
I
not.
played it. I played it with my mom when we visited for
Yes,
the
you did.
funerals. I went over
did
and I
you?
played it with
Okay.
her. So.
Yeah, I did not.
Because she had bought a version. Hey, who took my card? That card was very important. It was probably somebody who noticed it was going to be important for me.
I feel like probably not, because none of us is paying that much attention.
I don't know.
It took my board game group around 2 hours to play Quacks of Quinlanburg the other night. How long is it supposed to be? We haven't played that one.
We haven't
so
played
we do
it,
not
so-
know if that's a lot or fast. It could be fast,
It
for
could
all we
be.
know.
Like, that was the quickest game ever. Normally, it's a 10-hour game.
I feel like probably it's supposed to be faster than that.
Probably.
I'm at this point. I'm basically just taking everything that I can just buy.
Oh,
Did somebody
hey!
just what-
No,
what-
you
what was
just got you just got a goal card.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, when you took that, it gave you a goal card immediately.
Oh, cool!
So you're up to 11.
I have been trying to get those like
11
0%.
points. I was trying to get that.
Were
one
you?
specifically?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm a little sorry.
You're a little
I
sorry?
really honestly wasn't trying to get it. I just could take a card, so I took a card.
Fair enough. I'm gonna just take a card because I can take a card. I should have just taken that other
Exactly.
card because I could take it, but I got greedy and I was like, you know what? I'll wait. I'll try to take a card later,
Yeah.
and that did not work out for me.
I mean, I'm just creeping up like 1 point at a time here, but
All
Oh,
good things
never
come to
mind.
You are at 13 points.
nope, I'm not.
You are winning.
I have 16 points. This is the last
Ooh.
round. We made it to the end.
Okay.
Okay, so we definitely can't play 2 games of this.
apparently
We'll
not.
have to do a quick game.
Just did one
like a
game
short
of
game.
Splendor.
So what
I was
short
thinking in my mind, I was like,
game?
we're gonna be able to get 2 games.
What short game do you guys want to play?
We could do Splendor, but we have to not talk and just do
no,
super
it's not
fast.
Splendor, not Splendor.
Focused
Maybe.
Splendor. Okay, I can.
Well, we could do like
I can take a card. So
we
I
could
should
do
take
merchandise. We could do like
That's
a
all
game
I
of
can do.
llama or something.
I got 11 points. Which put me into
not merchandise.
not Martian.
Okay, well, not Race for the Galaxy because we don't actually know how to play that
Yeah.
one, and I don't think we've got quite the time to learn a new one today.
False.
Ooh, I'm a Splendor enthusiast and regular player.
Nice. How
I
about
did end up winning.
how about Ink and Gold?
We could do Ink and Gold. Yeah,
Good push your luck. Quick fast game. Ink and Gold.
fits lots of
Yay
people.
nay. Do the eyes have it? And it does fit a lot of people. So anybody left in the
Yeah.
chat who's hanging around, wants to play with us on Board Game Arena, we're going to play some Ink and Gold. Time Roller said Ink and Gold is not a game.
It's not a game.
It's a way of life. That's what Time Roller is thinking. It's a lifestyle. Ah! Oh, wait, I was thinking Roll for the Galaxy is what Trombone said. But still, we haven't played that one yet. Me and Michelle will have to learn it at some point. Probably shouldn't do it in the last couple minutes of our stream before we have to cook for the little monster over here who's playing next to us. Okay. Who would like to play Ink and Gold? Maybe I'm going to send an invite to everybody. Adam. They're already Time Roller. Soften Your Razor. Cuddly Cosimo. Okay, I'm just doing the people who are live. Soften Your Razor is here! Ah! Hey! Okay. I just realized that Soften Your Razor changed their name to Soften Your Razor. So instead of it saying BKBK, it's saying Soften Your Razor. Sorry I didn't notice sooner. It's like you have a haircut and nobody notices. That's what just happened there. Or it's the first time I've gotten to play with you since you've changed your name. So, okay. The textile feel of dice made me not want to play Roll for the Galaxy more than the learning game. Okay. Let's see here. So I just launched it. Normal mode. No time limit because we are playing with friends.
Just changed it this week.
Look, I'm
Okay.
driving in
All right,
a
so-
car. Here's my
Enter
car.
into the game if you are
Okay.
up for playing. Let's hear. And I don't see anything from Adam because he
Well,
stopped
to
in. He
be
said
fair,
hi. He usually is
He
working.
always says no. Well, not always. A couple times he said yes, but
And Trombone says, I appreciated the textile feel of the dice.
mm-hmm.
Mimi,
Okay.
can you see
We are going
how
to start
do
the
I
game.
get into
Start
space?
anyway.
I don't know how do I get into space.
So this is probably going to be a low points game. Anytime you play with this many people,
All right.
usually not very many points are getting handed out.
Yeah, you
'Cause we're
do.
gonna draw,
the more
1,
people you play, the
3.
less points you're gonna get,
Right.
just in general. So it's something to keep in mind.
They're having to. Oh, Time Roller said tactile? Nope, textile. Dice feel like God.
These ones
Come on.
do.
Oh, because textiles was. Oh, word
Your
battles.
dice are cool. Better believe it.
We're gonna make some
Hand
cloth
sewn
dice.
dice with
Maybe
with,
that's what Jane. So if Jane makes some resin textile dice,
Ooh, that'd be cool.
right? So you could put cloth inside for the different face.
Have
and
we
then
told them that
pour.
Jane's doing this?
So Jane's been trying to make dice. He's been learning to make.
practicing
He's
at
been
this point.
practicing making.
Yeah,
dice.
he wants to open up a dice shop on Etsy.
Right.
Maybe we did talk about this because
I think we
people are talking
did.
about Etsy. Yeah.
I think we did. Oh, what? Very short round. 2 snakes.
I get
and we're
linen
done.
texture on all my tarot decks. Nice. Who shuffled
Shuffled
this?
this.
Not me.
I'm guessing.
Said everybody because
Said
of the
everybody.
BGA.
It was Wim the webmaster, or Kate.
Down or turn
Kate
up?
works for BGA, don't they? I think they do.
No,
Kate with
I
a
will not
X.
Turn it down.
They shuffled.
It's a really cool place.
I guess they shuffled it
Why
again.
is it trees?
At least we know who to
Look,
blame.
Look at
Yeah.
that tree.
Wow, that's a weird tree.
Wow. That's really weird.
Madison, the first man in space was the Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin.
What?
Please turn it
I
down.
demand to speak to the manager of the shuffler.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, somebody got it.
Time Roller left.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like,
I thought about it too. Time Roller's gonna win.
Ah, well,
Just
yeah,
like
just
all
from
of us
that
are
one
gonna-
card.
Just from the one card. Because of how low points. I think they're only worth 5 points though. It's not like the print version where it's like.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, we have 4 to split.
Nice.
We actually could split it. Because Trombone had left. Ooh,
It's
No,
an elevator.
look at that.
One.
It's an elevator. I want to ride in it. Huh? It doesn't do anything.
Well, it's probably just for luck.
Yes! I got that 1 coin. The
Oh,
one-
good for you. Oh, there we go.
All right. So there we go.
That was not.
That was.
This is not the best game of this one. Oh my
This is
goodness.
the Oops All Hazards decks, right?
Yes. I mean.
Curse you,
sure
Captain
seems like it.
Crunch.
Captain Crunch?
Because it's an Oops All Berries reference.
Time Roller and Trombone are back at camp roasting marshmallows. Saddest game of all time. I agree. This is just. You know, it doesn't happen this way very often, but man. High score 6.
Oh. We have mummies. We have. Okay,
Oh,
hey!
but we couldn't
But we can't
divvy
split.
them up because there's 6 of us.
Who's gonna leave?
Me.
Ooh,
Apparently
you left.
only me.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just got
I
5 gems.
had a feeling
Bam.
so many people would leave. I was like, I think everyone's going to leave. Oh, Trombone left.
Nice.
So Trombone and Time Roller are tied with you.
Oh. Another one. Yeah, nice Trombone. That was awesome.
There's still...
Yeah, you guys gonna stay in? Not stay in?
Should we stay or should we go now? Unruly left and took the
Okay.
coins.
Right.
And oh my goodness. There's the 2 mummies.
Yep.
End of the day.
Well, some of us got to bring something home.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys have artifacts. Cons, wifey. Explore the temple. Feel good about that departure? Or Unruly Cat feels good about that departure.
I mean, agreed.
It's a good time to leave. And Time Roller left and took the... Ugh,
Time Roller's
Time
planning to
Roller.
win just by getting
artifacts.
artifact cards.
Let me tell you. But then you run into the problem of having to find someone to buy those artifacts. So much rigmarole.
Ooh, a 15.
That actually got split.
Yeah.
Like, evenly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. There's still 2 sitting on the 2 card.
Astronauts need to have good eyes.
I feel like we're just really bad, like, explorers. Like, if we had a more, like, teamwork feel and be like, okay, just keep going. But instead, we're very selfish. Very selfish people.
And I want to.
Ooh, okay, so a couple people left.
Mm-hmm.
There's still 3 of us in here. We just have a rock slide. That's it. I just noticed. Okay, so I asked if Adam wanted to come in and play, and he's a spectator right now.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Trombone. That was a good cash out for you, but I stayed so I could get that 1.
And you didn't even get it.
I didn't even get it. Okay, so it's
Ooh.
just me and Soften Your Razor.
Madison usually
Wow, you guys have 10?
We are.
but here you can breathe underwater.
You're both still in?
What are you thinking, Soften Your
getting
Razor?
greedy, huh?
What do you think? Should we keep getting greedy?
It's a.
I'm gonna return to
Oh,
camp.
you got the extra ones.
But Soften Your Razor is continuing.
Ooh. Oh,
Ooh,
no!
Soften!
That was so many gems.
Soften Your Razor got burned.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Ah.
Okay, this is the last one, it looks like.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I have to use the Adam crying icons.
you mean that one?
Oh, I was just clicking on it too. So a bunch of Adams are crying.
Look, it's a pool. It's a pool. Mimi, it's a ginormous pool.
Yeah, it is.
I can't get
Oh,
hurt.
we're waiting on you.
Sorry.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, we have snakes. You know, I'm really happy to say we have not had to deal with any snakes yet. And that was like, that's the biggest thing I was worried about when moving to
Yeah.
Missouri. Because I was like, in Minnesota, it's too cold for most snakes.
Yeah.
Especially like deadly snakes. But like here in Missouri, it's 300 miles south. It's warmer. You guys have more snakes than we do. But we realized, or we found out that we don't have to worry about cottonmouths because we're above the line where cottonmouths live.
Yeah.
So cottonmouths are lower.
Cute.
It's Moochie, right? Or is this Malor? Malwa.
Boop.
What?
Boop.
Boop.
That's what the one is. It's a boop.
Yep. Ooh. We're getting a lot of money, although we have seen snakes.
Yeah, there's Moochie.
There's Moochie. Thank you, Trombone, for clearing that up. What you gonna
As in
do?
a simulation, you have to
I'm getting
place
hungry.
No,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
inside the
2
generator.
snakes.
Oh man.
And that ends it.
Goodness.
Okay. Who won?
Time roller.
I didn't you do
Oh,
bad? I got
but
14.
not by much. Oh, and Unruly Cats also had 15.
Unruly.
So the tiebreaker probably is in regards to how many artifacts you have.
Final situation. Let's see here. Yeah, because they had 2 artifacts to 1 artifact.
And
So that
poor
must be
Soften
it.
Your Razor had no gems.
Somebody's
Way
gonna
to
have
push
to
it. Push it to the limit.
push it to the limit. That's what Soften Your Razor did.
Casual negative 38. Nice.
Ouch.
Oh. Yeah, I have a negative 24 on it. It's nice though, at least you don't go below 100.
Right.
So
That's true.
good.
That's true.
But-
So, all right. Should we? And I'm getting hungry. I don't
Yeah,
know
we
about
should
you.
we should go.
We've had a weird day, and it's thrown off all of our meals.
It has.
So,
yeah.
okay. Well,
All right.
So
if you put
Wednesday.
the muse over the star after the score, it tells you the tiebreaker. Oh.
okay.
And the gray start in the parentheses.
Okay. That's how we know. All right. We should find somebody to raid. Oops. What did I click on?
Yeah. Okay.
I clicked on
We
the
have
wrong
got
thing.
leg up, but I mean that's not really board game related. And extra credit. There's no one. There isn't anyone.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Unless
don't-
there's someone that you guys know.
Yeah, who would you guys like to have streamed to today? Unless if you want to go check out Leg Up. Leg Up is a friend of ours. She used to do board game streams. She usually does
she's-
geocaching or geo.
She's doing Sky High from Cali.
Okay.
Is travel and outdoors.
Okay, she's doing travel right now.
Um,
But we got to meet her. We hung out with her at a winery in Virginia.
Oh,
when we
someone was talking
drove
about
through,
Matt to the
so.
Future.
Matt to the Future.
Matt to the Future is streaming right now.
I have family friendly, but not board games.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Let's see here.
I'm not sure what they're doing. Let's see.
Yeah, is there any like?
Looks like he's playing maybe Concordia.
Explore with me.
Okay. I like how we're searching now. We're searching. I have. Okay, so family friendly. Who do you have? Who is family friendly? But you said it's not board games. It's hard to find board games. Who's playing? Who? Matt to the Future?
Yeah, well, Matt to the Future, I followed them or whatever.
Okay.
So.
Has anybody heard of Matt to the Future?
Well, somebody mentioned him in the news in the feed.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which person
Okay.
it was, but they had played a game with him.
Okay.
So
Well, then he might.
That
play
works?
games, so I see board games. Easy to find them. Okay. Everywhere I look, I see board games. Easy to find them. Oh, I see. Because Time Roller is sitting in his house and he's just surrounded by board games. Let's see here. I will send you guys to Matt to the Future and we will see what they are about.
yeah, sounds good.
And I just have to get to it. There we go. Okay, so I've set that up. We'll send you guys on to Matt to the Future. And you guys tell me if you like going there or not. And
Yeah.
if they are usually live streaming around this time, that'd be good for us because we
Yeah.
usually say that.
All right.
Sad story, bro. None within arm reach. Oh, I see. I was catching up on chat and I was reading it backward. You shouldn't read sentences like conversations backward. It messes
Yeah,
everything up.
it does kind of screw
So.
things up.
Poor trombone without any games within reach. Not like our son who always carries games in his satchel. It's like an
Yes.
emergency game kit.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one. I have 18 within arm's reach, said Unruly Cat. So. We bought, I got a quiver for, who recommended it? Who is,
Tiffany from Haba.
Tiffany from Hava
She's not from
recommended.
Haba, or they are
Wait,
not
sure,
from
yeah.
Haba anymore.
But we knew Tiffany because of Hava. But
Yeah.
having a quiver, and it's like it's for like Magic the Gathering, but we put different games in it when we went traveling, and it
Yeah.
worked out really well. So, not cool. Okay, so I will let you guys go, and we will see you Wednesday for another game, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to be Space Base.
Space Base next time.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.